Hello there, this is Shawn113. Hoping everybody's doing their holiday. So far, so good, even in these crazy times. Like I said before, do not let anything negative bother you at all whatsoever. Just enjoy the holidays as much as you can and as positive as you can, to be perfectly honest. And usually it's a sports show about sports. Um, but every now and then I'm going to go off the stray a little bit and talk about things that I remember. There were some. For most of you, don't know about what happened in the '80s and '90s comedies. There were great times with those comedies. The one good thing about in these uncertain times is that you can always go back, watch a show like the Cosby Show, Frasier, Friends, and Family Matters, and a whole bunch of other shows. Prince of Bel Air, and a whole bunch of shows from 30, 40, even 50 years ago that still stands the test of time. There's so many other comedies that will make you laugh, make you smile smile for a moment, because we do need that kind of levity, in my opinion. But the one I'm talking about today is a show called Curb Your Enthusiasm. And man, it is one of the best shows I've ever laughed at in my lifetime. Larry David and the bunch. It's an amazing show. So I'm going to give you my opinion about the best episodes from each season, and it's all subjective, and there's no right or wrong answer. This is a fun segment, and it's a very different one from the sports ones. Just want to take a break from that. Just want to take a break from that and just sit back, relax, and just enjoy something that you truly love, wherever it is. So here are the best episodes, in my opinion, from each season of the 10th season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Here's the first season, Beloved Aunt. Cheryl, it's about Cheryl's mother. Cheryl's aunt passed away. They go to their parents. Cheryl's parents are there. Larry writes the obituary. Jeff writes the obituary. Um, and makes a really bad area that I won't even say here. Instead of beloved aunt, it says something else. And Larry gets kicked out. He gets kicked out. Cheryl kicks Larry out of the hotel, and then gets kicked out by Jeff's mother. I mean, Jeff kicks Larry out because he likes. Well, let's put it like that. Because he feels like that Jeff's mother harassed her. This show is a lot. It's a lot there, there in each episode. But I'll tell you, in the hilarity, ensues from there. And the ending ends up that Cheryl looked at a picture at Jeff's mom showing her derriere, and Larry driving the car. So it's hard to describe some of these episodes, but it was fun. It was ended up funny. It's always something. It's like, it ends up fighting Larry somehow, somewhere at the end of the episode, and end of each episode. But that's what makes it so funny. Everything in the middle. So, Beloved Pop for season one is one of my best. Season two, The Doll. Um, Larry and Julia Louis Drivers pitching for ABC to do an episode, um, actually a pilot, and gets the doll, and child comes in with that Judy Harry doll and the doll, and then he proceeds to take the doll, takes that doll. Well, it's hard to describe. The doll is one of those episodes. It's hard to describe again. Season three, Nanny from Hell. Um, Very good episode. The lady, Jeff and Susie hire a nanny. Oh, by the way, season two, give me the fucking dog. Oh, Susie and Larry. Susie goes crazy over that. She says that Sammy is terrified. Well, I'm paraphrasing. Sammy is terrified because he goes up in the door. And, well, it's very, like I said, it's hard to describe some of the stuff that you remember, but it's so funny. And by the way, Susie and Larry going at each other is it's one of the great ongoing TV rivalries in history. Let's go back to season 3 though. I'm laughing even describing it and even listening to it. The Nanny from Hell. Having those Looney Tunes things that she's working at a Looney Tunes amusement park for 11 years or so. Drives her crazy. She almost takes Susie off the ledge as she recall it, and all the and she gets saved by 12 sponge cakes. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, season 4, the 5-wood. This was very hard episode to take. Which one would it be? I mean, he died. I mean, Funkhauser, played by the great late Bob Einstein. Messy lockers. Playing for. I mean, the dentist assistants. I mean, Funkhauser dad dies. Want to carry the 5-wood, so he takes the 5-wood. Larry and Jeff take the 5-wood from Funkhauser's dad. Marty Funkhauser notice it. He goes nuts. I mean, the whole ending goes nuts out. So, like I said, and oh, by the way, and then the Green's dog bites Larry's penis. Oh man. I mean, it's like I said, it's wacky, it's insane, but it's all funny. So, season 4, CYE, the 5-wood, the ski lift. The most memorable thing about that is the Orthodox Jew named Rachel that they get stuck in the ski lift, and the edible undies, and she can't be seen men by sundown and all that other stuff. There's stuff. And Larry comes out and said, you gotta jump. She says, you gotta jump. Larry said, are you fucking nuts? So it says she jumps. And then in the next season, that same woman gets eventually, for the money she wins, breast implants. Go figure. Go figure about that. The next one on season 6 list, the N word. Larry goes out with this doctor, and overhears a conversation with one of the workers and said, I got hurt by the 300-pound N word. And then he begins to say that to this doctor, and one of the black doctors passed by, and he goes nuts, and he goes out, and he says the N word, and Larry says the N word. The doctor who's black, the doctor hears upon passing by, goes nuts over it. Then that same doctor jumps in the hospital for his procedure and proceeds to cut Jeff's hair. And then it just goes. And then Larry And then Susie and Jeff go crazy, go to Larry's house and go crazy over it. The the Browns, who got displaced by a hurricane, lives in Larry's and Larry and Cheryl's house, and he says the N word again as they were as Leon and Loretta come out, and they go crazy, Auntie Ray, and they go nuts, and they move to Susie and Jeff's house, and then they go back at the end of it, which because Jeff's snoring was so bad. So it's one of those episodes. I mean, it was crazy, another crazy episode. And by the way, Leon is great. Oh man. Season 7, Denise Handicap. A concert violinist. Um, it starts with Larry going out with this woman, who he finds out that he has a wheelchair, um, wheelchair, and then on top of that, they begin to go out, then try to find a way to make love to them, have sex with this woman while on the wheelchair. The woman with the wheelchair, one of the funniest bits, like he takes her out and he just goes on the bed. Oh man, and has sex with her. Then Susie gets then Larry goes to the beach with Susie and Jeff and with their daughter Sammy. He's not even bought. Sammy is asking for help, and yet while the Greens go to a walk, and I mean, he wants to save her. The only problem is he's trying to get that he doesn't want to go near that BlackBerry. So Jeff saves his daughter. Susie says, "What the hell happened?" Takes his BlackBerry, throws it under the ocean, and throws it in the Pacific Ocean. Then on the night of the concert, asks for another person with a handicap, with a wheelchair, with the same wheelchair, brunette hair, and goes to the concert. And then the two meet. The one with the brunette hair takes her from the closet. The one with the blonde hair, the wheelchair, goes in the walk, and she walk. And then they find out that the two of them, actually finally meet. Oh, and then Larry tries to go up the stairs during the concert. It was hilarious. And then Rosie O'Donnell, honestly enough, goes chase after him at the end of that concert. It's like I said, you got to read the descriptions of all the concerts. If I'm getting it wrong, let me know. But it's hilarious. So Denise Handicap, season 7. Season 8 is a classic. Palestine chicken. What needs to be said about that? About the chicken being delicious and you being a Jew and Funkhauser, and we don't go there, and they're trying to build a place there. Larry, in the meantime, had sex with this woman, and then Marty Funkhauser, goes to this Palestine chicken place. Oh, and buy the chicken place, and wants to go with the yarmulke, and he gets shot up by Larry and Jeff. Meantime, there's a golf tournament with one of his friends who has an affair, and his wife, but the other person has an affair. Sammy, Susie and Jeff's daughter, curses him out about telling his mom about sipping, and having an affair. The other guy who was playing golf having an affair, and he finds out about that. And I mean, the ending of it is great because it's like everything went together, and then they find out that the other wife found out that they had the affair, and they're about to win the golf tournament. The other guy, the husband of the person having the affair, I mean, it's complicated. Having the affair actually finds out, says, "Fuck this game," which draws that. I mean, they were chasing them, almost winning the tournament. So it's like, oh man. Again, I'm going to make a disclaimer. Some of this I might forget sometimes. Some of this I might be in sequence, but it was all funny. So Palestine Chicken season 8, Kirby Your Enthusiasm. I would suggest you watch that. The ninth one was okay. The best one was the first episode of Foisted with Jeff getting. It starts with Jeff getting a haircut um, to this lesbian haircut. I mean, Larry makes a faux pas about some Islamic leader, so he's gonna get fatwa. He's scared. He's scared to death about that. Um, Larry's assistant is in. Um, does not like Larry's assistant, current assistant. She is like incompetent. He feels like she's incompetent. So Susie has this business, has this growing business she's having. So he suggests that he hires this woman, and that happens. And then he, and then there's an argument with the lesbian, with the two lesbians about to get married, and Larry comes out and says, "Well, goes. I mean, Larry is like, well, who's the bride and who's the groom?" And it's like an hilarity with Susan, and it breaks up the relationship, the lesbian relationship. At the end, Larry's in the shower saying fatwa, and Susie comes there saying foisted and punches him right in the face to end that episode. So watch that. So for Kirby's Enthusiasm season 9, Foisted, and then season 10, very good year, very good season. It doesn't get any better to start the season with Happy New Year. And it actually starts with Larry and Leon going to Mocha Joe's. Now he has a shop. He said the coffee does not taste good. The scone doesn't taste good. He puts the nose into it. He says it's not hot coffee at all. Mocha Joe kicks Larry out of the house. Larry out of the kicks Larry out of his shop. Then his lady's assistant has a tattoo that he's curious about. Larry comes out and says, "Why don't you put it on your ass?" So he comes out. So she got offended, and then he rubs the glass, and then he cleans the glasses off her shirt. Then later at a party, Jeff's party, people think he's Harvey Weinstein, or resembles Harvey Weinstein, and then the pigs in a blanket metaphor comes out. He goes on this waitress. The waitress thinks he's oogling her the entire time, and hilarity ensues there. She thinks he's a pig, and he literally shows that by putting her hand on her breast. Oh man! Cheryl and Larry, the exes, who are now exes at that point. Ted Danson is Cheryl's boyfriend at that point. Ted Brink, have to play an act. He has a cold, and Cheryl has a cold, and Larry takes Cheryl home, and then ends up pretty much going to, sleeping with each other, basically. And then Mocha Joe, and then Richard Lewis, who promises not go to Mocha Joe's, ends up going to Mocha Joe's. And Richard Lewis comes, and as Larry puts the coffee on his nose, Richard's coffee on his nose, and he says, "Oh, what are you, a fucking goose?" What a fucking goose! Oh my god! Oh. Uh, and then, as the people rebellion puts the Make America Great Again to just absolutely repel an annoying person goes to lunch with this guy named Phil. So in order to get out of that, he takes a MAGA hat, the Great American, Make America Great, and it does exactly what it does. It repels the people there. And the motorcycle one, he almost hits a motorcycle, and goes crazy over that. And he takes the MAGA hat, and Larry takes the MAGA hat, and he said, "Be careful next time, okay?" Oh man! And it all goes together in a hilarious way. With the assistant saying she wants to sue him, and the dog hair. It's hilarious. Oh, and Susie finds out about. Oh, and the last one was Larry takes talcum powder as Cheryl goes on a date and they're about to have sex again. Only this time Cheryl is very allergic. She goes to the point she goes in the hospital. Susie finds out at the hospital that they were both having sex, both having an affair, and Ted Danson and Ted calls Cheryl that he could be in the hospital to see Cheryl. Larry runs, hits a pregnant woman who was there, who he said that same woman who was there, who he was exercising at one of the gyms, saying she's jostling the fetus. And then the lady warns him to, if anything happened to that baby, it's my fault. And Larry says, I'm paraphrasing here. After that baby's been went through, it's a day at the beach. And that ends the episode. Oh man, so Happy New Year. My suggestion is Happy New Year. See the whole episode in the new year, ironically enough. But that's your Curb Your Enthusiasm, the best episodes of each season. It's hilarious. I know I was all over the place, but the thing is, it is one of the funniest shows anywhere, and it will put a smile on your face. And it's adult. It's basically adult humor. If you're not into it, I'm sure it'll be plenty of shows you today, look back today, and all that stuff. But I hope you enjoy listening to it. Wherever I'm put on the list, by the way. I hope you enjoy listening to it, and thank you for listening. Stay encouraged.